My name is Ron Gold. I'm a storyteller and battlefield guide based here at Three Tree Hill Lodge, which is in KwaZulu-Natal, a province of South Africa. During this period of lockdown, I'm going to be making a series of short video clips to introduce you to South African history in general, but in particular the South African War of 1899-1902, where my main focus will be on the Battle of Spioenkop. The battle took place on the mountain that you can see in the background. It is the best known of the battles of that war. Certainly it was the bloodiest day. Initially, the war was a conflict between the British Empire and the militia forces, if you like, of the two Boer republics of the Transvaal and the Orange Free State. As the war dragged on and became more vicious, other communities would be dragged in with tragic and long-lasting consequences. Before we get into the details of the war, I think it's important that we understand a little better who the protagonists were. Who were the Boers? Many people don't fully understand these people. And in fact, where was the British Empire at that particular time? And as far as the Boers are concerned, I think no one says it better than Arthur Conan Doyle, the creator of Sherlock Holmes. And Arthur Conan Doyle wrote an outstanding book called The Great Boer War, and the opening paragraphs of that book read as follows. Take a community of Dutchmen of the type of those who defended themselves for 50 years against all the power of Spain at a time when Spain was the greatest power in the world. Intermix with them a strain of those inflexible French Huguenots who gave up home and fortune and left their country forever at the time of the revocation of the Edict of Nantes. The product must obviously be one of the most rugged, virile, unconquerable races ever seen upon the earth. Take this formidable people and train them for 7 generations in constant warfare against savage men and ferocious beasts, in circumstances under which no weakling could survive. Place them so they acquire exceptional skill with weapons and in horsemanship. Give them a country which is eminently suited to the tactics of the huntsman, the marksman, and the rider. Then finally, put a finer temper upon their military qualities by a dour, fatalistic Old Testament religion and an ardent and consuming patriotism. Combine all these qualities and all these impulses in one individual, and you have the modern Boer, the most formidable antagonist who ever crossed the path of Imperial Britain. Our military history has largely consisted in our conflicts with France, but Napoleon's and all his veterans have never treated us so roughly as these hard-bitten farmers with their ancient theology and their inconveniently modern rifles. Look at the map of South Africa, and there, in the very center of the British possessions, like the stone in a peach, lies the great stretch of the two republics, a mighty domain for so small a people. How came they there? Who are these Teutonic folk who've burrowed so deeply into Africa? It is a twice-told tale, and yet it must be told once again if this story is to have even the most superficial of introductions. No one can know or appreciate the Boer who does not know his past, for he is what his past has made him. Next week, we'll have a look at the British Army of the time and its strengths and weaknesses.